I despise the TikTok platform. Not going to talk about that. I just thought that I wanted you to know that. Anyways, when I was actually still on TikTok, I met someone who seemed like they were going to be a good friend, and they brought back a lot of good memories for me. After sending them a very nice gift, they immediately blocked me and cut me off because it's like that's apparently what women do today, even if you're just friends. Very unstable. Women today are very, very unstable. And in the Midwest, they don't know how to respond to someone showing them any type of kindness. They always think that everyone's trying to flirt with them and junk like that. So it's difficult just to have a conversation with them out here. But anyways, when this happened, I was not doing well mentally. I didn't tell them at first. I didn't tell people for a while. I kept it to myself because it was private. My uncle, my favorite uncle, had passed away, and no one told me. And I found out that day. Now, the night before and in that morning, I was stuck in this truck. I did not get to sleep. I do not have a sleeper in this truck. I did not have, or I did not get to stay in a hotel or anything because this truck was down. And I had to stay with it for many hours until someone came by and replaced the tires. So I regret a great deal how I responded to this person, and I felt like I couldn't get out of my system. I responded back to her for days about how upset I was. And it was interesting because even though I was just so upset, at the same time I really do respect and appreciate this person. I think that there's a good chance this is a good person, you know? And I really wanted them as a friend. Not a partner or anything or someone to date. Like I wanted to go and take her out, but not on a date, just take her out. You know what I mean? And see what it's like where she lived because she lives in Pittsburgh, and I really wanted someone to that knows the area to show me around and have some good food, and I'd pay for everything. So if you're in Pittsburgh and you want to do that, we can become friends. I'll take you out. I'll pay for everything. I want to know what it's like around there. But I learned later on, now that I've adjusted to the fact that my uncle is gone. I don't know why it bothered me that time saying it. It feels like it's terrible to have processed it. I don't. But anyways, boy, what a wonderful man. His name was Gus. He was my uncle Gus, and he was just a good person. That's just the best way to put it. A good person. And through my life, when I would see him, I would think that I would like to be more like that. Just a good person, chill, kick back. Anyways, um, yes, what I'm trying to get to is I wish I did not jump on that as far as how I responded to that person because there's no taking that stuff back now. And I think about now that I am rational, how I really wish I responded, and I really wish I had waited before I responded. I wish that I'd waited for that person to process what they did as far as refusing my friendship, and then that once they processed it, that I would have better planned out what I had to say or what I wanted to say. Conveying the proper message correctly is so powerful, and I ruined it because I wanted to at least have my foot in the door to be friends with this person in the future because there's just some people I look at them and I think this person is worth being friends with. And I was thinking, it's like, in 2 years, once all my stuff is handled, as far as stuff with the government, issues with the government in Indiana, once these things get turned around, which they will, and my story comes out, and this person knows who I am, then maybe they would want to be friends with me. Maybe people like them, good people that have value, that are intelligent, that can have intellectual conversation, you know, stimulating conversation, that we can come from a place of listening to each other and understanding where we're coming from, not just with that person, but I would like to have that with more people. I think that I could have ruined that chance of that happening someday. Um, it's interesting. Last night I had a dream that the woman I fell in love with almost 15 years ago, that I went to Romania and I saw her, and she was older and everything now, and I was just still so madly in love. Like I couldn't care less how that woman would look, who she is. I'm just madly in love with her. And I thought that that was interesting because got to be careful driving in Chicago, even if you're driving under the speed limit like I am. These lights stay yellow for under 3 seconds. So even though you're completely clear, you'll still hit that red. But I saw that and I thought of that. I thought how interesting because the friendship that I wanted to have with someone is also a friendship I had with the woman that I was madly in love with and always will be, Now, I'm not saying I'm going to be in love with someone for having the same type of friendship. I won't. But it's just interesting to see the stuff that my subconscious, and I don't know if you've experienced this, but it's like your subconscious seems to dig up so much stuff from your past and your experiences on whatever currently is going on in your life. Boy, it is really difficult. It's really difficult in life, always doing what's right and getting in trouble for it, having people lie about you, and because of that, other people avoid you. And it sure is difficult. It sure is difficult. Ooh. God, I want to speak to one of my friends, man.